Hey everybody, I don't know what's going on. I tried to go live and it ain't gonna let me. Technical difficulties or whatever. I'll tell you what, the last time I tried to schedule a go live like that, just the minute I turned it on was the day YouTube shut down all over the world, and for a little while. That was the last time I tried to schedule a go live on my channel. That happened. This time, I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm tired of messing with it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Coughing. My lungs fill up with crap, but that's neither here nor there. But what I wanted to get out here, and I wanted to do it live because I wanted it to be out there instantly, and then everybody see it, and then people can go back and see it later, and I wouldn't have to worry about downloading it. Right now, my phone, it takes, if I do a 20-minute video, it takes hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours to download. You know, it's just my phone. It's shattered on the back, glass is cracked on the front. It's been in the damn toilet twice. I don't even put the thing up to my face anymore. And I don't get very many phone calls anyway, but if I get a phone call, I talk on speaker. This thing's always either laying on the table. I don't put it near my face. But the thing I wanted to tell you guys is I finally got that letter from the courthouse telling me what date I go to court. It's April Fool's. Can you believe that? Come on. Anybody? Can anybody believe that? April Fool's? Kind of blows my mind. But, and I'll put the time and the time and the address and everything for those of you who are going to show up to stand outside and give me support. I know some people said that they wanted to be there in case these guys tried to not let me in without a mask, so I'll post that a little later. I want to thank you all for the prayers. I've gotten the emails. I don't know what they're doing with my channel. I'm getting 1, 2 comments. I know what better than that. They've locked it down at 1,120 subs. I can't get no more subs. They claim that I'm only getting 100 views maybe in a few weeks or days. It's a joke, people. They even had in on my channel when I would go into, I can't remember where it's at on there, but I could go in there, and it even stated that YouTube with my view count and my sub counts were a lie, and they were working on getting it fixed, but it don't matter. But like I was saying, I got that paper, and it told me, it states right on it, you can come down there, or you got to be at the courthouse. You have to have a mask on. Nobody can be with you in there. And when you go inside, they got all these rules. And once again, here we go. This is called public place. It's public property. The taxpayers pay for it. It's not a private office. The judge does not own the office. He has been placed in the office to work it. He don't own it. It's taxpayer owned. It's public property. So they're telling, and I told them that I can't wear a mask. Or it says right on the paper that if you don't have a mask on, you won't be let in. Court will be held, however, and if you're not there, we'll count you as a no-show, and we will put a warrant out for your arrest and send men with guns to your house to kill you. No, it didn't say the part about send men to your house to kill you if you don't follow them, but that's the only way they get their authority, people. If they don't have the threat of sending men to your house to kill you, then they have no authority. So it basically goes unsaid, but that is exactly what is being said between the lines. And I keep telling you, this town's they're going to kill me. Watch and see. These people are nuts. But, and there ain't a damn righteous one in the whole damn bunch that has all the authority. I haven't found a righteous one yet. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. But anyway, folks, so I went ahead and I called the sheriff again because my rights are going to be violated, and I want him to get up off his tail end and do his job. You know, he is being paid to protect people's rights. That's his job. He's a sheriff, sworn. So he did call over there, and they called me back and said, Mr. Grooms, if you have medical problems and stuff and you can't wear a mask, we'll still let you in. I said, that's good. I'll be there. I'll have the medical mandate in one hand and my medical records in the other. Well, the courthouse told me, or this lady that called me, oh no, your medical records ain't good enough. We need a signed paper by your doctor saying you cannot wear a mask, period. Now, this is the judge, man. The judge. They said this is the judge's order, and he wouldn't talk to me, of course. I asked if I could talk to him. Oh, he's not there. None of these guys are ever in their office. The police chief, the damn sheriff, the judges, and prosecutors, none of them are ever in their offices. No matter what time I call up there. But I can't call and talk to him. So, I went to my doctor's. My wife works for my lung doctor. So my wife's talking to her about it. My lung doctor right now is having some problems. She had she got pregnant, had a baby. The baby's got a lot of problems, so she hasn't been in the office a lot. So, but that's my lung doctor. I'm trying to get that information from him, or to get whatever. Well, I've been to these guys and talked to them, and they all say the same thing. We don't know what they're talking about. This is the government once again going, papers, please. Papers, please. We need your papers. If you guys don't see Germany rolling right up in here, just like it was in Germany, you guys have got your eyes taped shut and your eyeballs completely poked out, because there ain't no way you can't see this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to try to get what he wants. I'm going to have my medical records in my hand, and I'm going to have Mike DeWine's medical or mask mandate in my hand where it shows medical exemptions. Now, in a courthouse, a judge does have powers. He can say certain things, but he can't violate my disability. I know he's heard of the Disabilities Act of 1978. What? That judge he not only can refuse my medical records as proof that I can't wear a mask, he can also stomp all over my disability rights. Because people, I was born with heart problems. I was born with my lung problems. This ain't something that I did to myself. I told you people I was released from the military in 1981, 81, 82, somewhere around that. Medical discharge under honorable conditions because of my heart and my lungs. It's a disability. But this is what they're going to say. Oh, well, if you're disabled, then you get a disability check. They want me to have gone to them and get their check on it that I'm disabled. Not that the doctors say what's wrong with me is debilitating. The judge gets to say whether I'm disabled, I guess. Boardman Township, man. And this is what I found out yesterday, that they really, Boardman Township don't want to be a city because they love the way they can do things now. They don't want to be a city. And that don't surprise me. But anyway, that crap about the court, I ain't worried about none of that. I'll be there. Hell, I've driven 500 miles one way to be in court. If they want to say I'm not there, I'll go live on my damn channel. I just won't post it and say I'm going to go live. I'll just go live because I can do that. But if I try to post it, they won't let me. But let's see. If you guys don't believe in Jesus, this story I'm about to tell you, it flipped me out, and it also flipped the person out that's in it with me. But just bear with me for a second. I got told yesterday when I talked to the courts that there was 2 charges on me, 1 fleeing an officer and 2 driving without a driver's license. Those are the 2 charges I got against me. Now, the police officer that charged me with them has never had me in any situation where he's had to ID me. He's never seen my driver's license. As far as he knows, the only way he could have known that I even had a driver's license was to run my name or ask one of the other officers or whatever. But he started conspiring. He's even got dates and stuff. This guy, he conspired. He conspired to violate my rights under the law, under the color of law, because when he ordered me to shut my mouth or put my mask on, I've got something coming up on the screen. When he ordered me to put my mask on, I told him no. It broke him. It broke him as a police officer that somebody told him no. And that's bad. That's bad. But I found out, he said he's filed a ticket on, charged me with no driver's license. So I was driving around trying to find a Boardman cop that I could just pull up to, hand him my driver's license, ask him to please run it, see if it's a good driver's license, and record it while they're doing it. And when he come back, yeah, it's a good driver's license and everything, and then that'll be my evidence. You ain't gonna believe it. And I don't know these guys by their car. There's 2 guys, maybe 3 I know by the numbers on their cars. Rest of them, I don't know them. And so there's a car. I'm driving down the main road over here in Boardman, 224. And I see a police car up there just sitting off in the parking lot. I was like, all right, cool. I found somebody. I come pulling up, windows up on the police car, where the sun's hitting and everything. I can't see who's in it. I can't tell if there's anybody even in the damn car, to be honest with you. So my window's already down, and I'm looking out my window, waiting for them to roll down their window. Well, finally the window rolls down, and it shocked me to see who I thought was Steve Dubos. Sitting there, and first thing out of my mouth, what's your name? He goes, Dubos. People, I'm telling you what, I don't know what he was thinking. Before he rolled the window down, he knew it was me when I pulled up. But I don't know, I bet his heart skipped 2 or 3 beats. But when he rolled the window down, mine did, because that definitely wasn't the person I was wanting to run into. Jesus put us face to face. Right there, face to face, and I thought, that wasn't even a thought in my mind that could happen. And it surprised the hell out of him, too. But we had a conversation. He ended up acting like he wanted to talk a little bit, so I asked him some questions. And I asked him if he's seen my video, and he said, which one? I said, the one with me and you in it? And he said, yeah. I said, why in the world would you put in that police report that I turned my car towards you and tried to run you down? You had to jump out of the way. He looked at me. He's looking me right in my eyes just like I'm looking at him. He's telling me, I didn't put that. That ain't in there. That ain't in there. Now, I told him when I pulled up I wasn't recording him. And I didn't. I wasn't recording. Man, people, you can take my word for it. If I tell you something, if you ask me and I tell you I'm doing something or not doing it, you can damn sure bet I am or am not doing it. If I don't want you to know, you won't know. I guarantee it. But if you think I am and you ask me and I'm recording, I will tell you. But I told the guy, once I flipped out that I realized that it was him, I told him, I want you to know I'm not recording you right now. And I hoped that would allow us to talk. And it did. Now, this man claimed, when I told him he wrote in the report, because what he actually wrote in the report is I turned my car to the left to aim right at him as I took off. And that's why I asked him again, did you see my video? And he said, yeah. I said, well, you said in your report I turned to the left. You can clearly see in my video I turned to the right, all the way as far as I could turn it to get away from you. And you clearly see you was on the left side of my car. He immediately looked at me, he looked me in the eye, and I saw it. I saw it. He was done. He was busted. He knows for a fact I know he lied now. See, he doesn't know everything I know. But he knows now I know he's a liar. And the funny thing about it, people, is he's the one that brought up. He looked at me and said, you know what, man? You say you're a righteous man. He goes, maybe it was Jesus that brought us together like this, the way it happened. And he's the one that made me understand that that's what actually happened. He was the one that made me understand that. I wasn't even thinking that at the time. I was just thinking, because I planned on, as soon as I saw it was him, I was getting ready to pull away, but we ended up talking. But he buried himself, and he let me see it in his eyes. All I can say is he better not make me get him on a witness stand. He won't be the first cop I've had there. And he's not going to be able to lie about it there. You might be able to get away with some of your lies on this earth. But this lie, you're not going to be able to get away with in that courtroom on this earth this time. Ain't going to happen. Not any way that's going to happen, Dubos. Now, I prayed as soon as I got home from talking to you, asking Jesus what to do. And I know you people think I'm crazy because I believe in God. I know you guys are atheists or you're straddling that line. You think you can be over here and play on the evil side and be over here and play on God's side on Sunday and go to church. That don't work like that, folks. It don't. And if you do a job like a police officer, you can't be a righteous man at the same time. There's no way you are trained to lie. You are trained to lie to the public. Tell me you're not. Tell Jesus you're not. That's who you tell. You can tell me all you want. I know who to believe and who not to believe. I don't need people to tell me what to believe. Jesus shows me what to believe. And I'm going to tell you something, Dumas. That video that I've got on you that's going to break your butt in court. And everybody can clearly see it on my channel, clearly knows you are a liar now. You clearly know you have been nailed. You claim to be righteous. Now, I told you I went home and prayed about this. Jesus told me to give you a chance to make this right. No lawsuit, civilly or criminally. He's telling me not to do that at this point. He's telling me to give you a chance to make this right. So, this is what I want. And I think this is about as fair as possible, and I'll explain why afterwards. This is what I want, Steve Dubos. I'm not even talking to your police department anymore. I'm not talking to the courthouses anymore. I'm talking to someone who claims to be a Jesus follower that is trying to get the Holy Spirit in his soul. You're not going to do that without Jesus in your heart. And Jesus certainly is going to let you sit there and slander me, slander my name, calling me unstable. I mean, you attacked me twice, sir. Twice. The first time you met me, and then you had me. You could have had me. I could have died that night, Steve. I could have died that night if not for Mike and Nick being the ones to roll up on me. Somebody rolled up on me not knowing me. I could have died. Not to mention your brothers in blue. One of them could have died. Maybe two. And you didn't care, man. You didn't care about life. How can you be a Christian? How can you be a follower of Jesus? I'm looking right into your eyes, man, if you're watching this. I'm asking you straight up. How can you claim to be a Christian and do what you have done to me? Anyway, this is what I want. Not what I want. This is what Jesus has decided for me to tell you. You decide on what you're going to do. But I promise you with my word, I will not file a criminal charge against you or a civil lawsuit against you and hurt you in that way. But what I want you to do, I want you to own up to your people at what you have done. Make it clear I did not do nothing wrong. Get the charges dropped with prejudice. That's the only thing I'll accept. Dropped with prejudice. Never to be brought back up on me again. And then you step down and never be a police officer in Ohio again. I don't care if you go to another state and do it, but you shouldn't be a cop. But I'm just saying, just not in Ohio, and that'll satisfy me and Jesus. 100%. All you do is walk away and lose your job. Better than going to jail and everything you have becoming mine. I don't sue people, man. I am broke. This would be the easiest thing in the world for me to get some money. And I'm not willing to do it. But I assure you, Steve, if I walk into that courtroom, this deal's over. When I walk into that courtroom, this deal's over on April 1st. It's your decision. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not putting you down for being a cop because I couldn't be a cop. Ain't no way. With there's no way. I would do the same thing you did. I'd do the same thing you did. I'm sure. Sometime I asked, hell, I got a badge and a gun, I'd be walking around 10 foot tall and bulletproof. By God, say something. Well, I know that about me. That's why I don't put myself in an authority position like that, because I don't even want to be tempted with it. These bodies are sinful bodies, Steve. They're sinful bodies, and you're supposed to fight their cravings. Just like a fat man's supposed to. And believe me, I'm not putting nobody down. I've been fat. I was just fat a year ago. I was bouncing between 238 and 243 pounds. I'm down to 178 now, but I was fat. And it's because of my sinning. You don't just stuff any old thing in your body. Your body's your temple, people. It took me damn near 60 years to figure that out, too. It took me that long, but I started, they call it fasting and praying and stuff. And that's how I took my weight up. Steve, I pray for you, man. I prayed for you last night again to get your head straight. Because you're trying to teeter-totter that. You can't teeter-totter from God to Satan. There is no gray area, Steve. You either are or you aren't a follower of the way. Oh, and by the way, if I could get this in, no, I'm not going to do it now. But anyway, that's it, man, people. I'm at 26 minutes here already. I just want to get this out to Steve. I hope you luck. I hope you make the right decision, because I certainly do. I don't know if you've got a family, but I certainly don't want to go after them. But when I tell you something, when I give you my word, you can rest assured on that. And believe me, the person that I'm going to bring in here, if I have to do this, you will have heard of their name before. Watch and see. I'm not threatening you, man. I don't have no threats left. I'm giving you a chance to be the man you claim to be. It's up to you now, Steve. I think you are the man you claim to be. I think you are righteous. But if you are, you got to fix this. Not me. You make me fix it. And you went too far. So, good luck. I pray you make the right decision. Everybody else, may God bless us all. That's the only way out of this. And I hope you people are seeing it. But make no mistake, God loves you, and so do I. You too, Steve. No doubt. Good day, folks.